Hey, what's up? It's Whistle, and welcome back to Timberborn. In our last episode of Timberborn, we finally got construction done on our little dam over here. Water filled up. We realized nothing is reaching because if we zoom out all the way over here, our water is just flowing straight over this little ledge. So in today's episode, we're going to get a dam built here because I can, and I also want to make sure that this is a lake for the future for us. So I have some plans. We'll get to that in a minute, and it looks like we're good. We may also, looking at it, just need to put a secondary dam right here, but that is not such an issue. We should be able to make that work pretty easily here. So I was doing some planning in between episodes here, and what I came to, I'm gonna go ahead and put this huge dam right here. So this little L-shaped, or big L-shaped dam, I should say. I am pretty doubtful that the colony is going to be able to reach all the way over here, so I'm going to have to figure something out for that as well. But we can at least get started. We should be able to get to somewhere at least in this area, I think, if I'm doing my guesstimating correctly there. And moving on over here, I had one more idea, and that was to build a dam across this little section of water here. So that's going to get us up to the height of this little plateau. So one shorter than the rest of this, but I can get some water pumps on here regardless, and it will provide a good bit of water for us. Assuming it doesn't flow over there, which I missed. So, but I think we should be okay. Only one way to figure out for sure, you know? So may as well just go for it. We can always adjust later. Just make things bigger and better. So we also have a drought coming in. It's going to last for 7 days. We have about 1,000 water. We're perfectly fine on food. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and unpause it. We have the one water pump here. We do have all of these pumping water down here as well. So that should help. We should realistically be able to get through the drought. I don't want to say easily, but it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. We might wind up getting a little thirstier than what we would like. And perfect. The other thing I was going to do is just build some more inventor's huts, but it looks like previous Whistle has already gotten started on that. So that is great. We could probably use some more builders looking at all this, because I think I only have 8 there. I don't have any over here, and yeah, none there. So I'm gonna go ahead and build a builder's hut right here, just so that way we get the maximum extension on this dam. And I think that should probably be good. I'm gonna go ahead and mark all of this stuff that I was just talking about as a slightly higher priority than everything else, because I want that to get done first. Oh no, I have a little beaver man trapped. Oh no, he can get out. Okay, we're good. But I thought we were gonna have to go on a beaver rescue mission there. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna get this stuff just set to a higher priority, so that way it gets built again just a smidge quicker than what it otherwise would. I don't really have too much going as far as buildings at the moment. Wow, that's deep. Okay. See, I don't have too many things that I'm building at the moment that will require just logs. So yeah, we're good. We're gonna go ahead and get on that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on 2x speed. So looking at this over here, what I was thinking, because obviously I need to put a dam here, and that dam is going to need to be 2 blocks higher than where the water is currently sitting. So I was looking at these trees, and there is a building here. It's called a district center. So I'm going to go ahead, pop that right there. I'm not going to have any beavers living here long term. What I'm going to do is I'm going to migrate some beavers here. we're just gonna bring in four. Oops. We're gonna bring in four of. I can't because there's no other dexterous. They can't reach that. There goes that plan. Dang it. Okay, plan number 2. We're gonna go ahead and put one up here because we have to build over this way anyway. And yeah, that should be able to reach that. Perfect. So if I put one, let's see. I can't demolish that. What if I make my pathway a little more efficient? So if I go something like that, and then I can get these right over here. Yes. So I'll just build my way over to this little area here. Is that the same height? No, I gotta go one down. Okay. We're figuring things out, but, you know, we're doing, and that's fine. You don't gotta do everything quick or right the first time, as long as you get it right eventually, right? There. Just try to use the minimum amount of resources as possible for what we're trying to do, because ultimately we're just gonna wind up destroying most of this stuff anyway, so. But yeah, so that should give us a lot more flexibility in terms of building. And I think just in order to get these trees cleared, I'm gonna have to get some stairs there, because I will need to clear a path up this way. And this will also give us access to our first chunk of metal, which is going to be exciting as well, because metal will provide some nice things for us. Why are we hungry? I'm very confused as to why everybody is hungry, because I have the hours set to 16. I have 2,700 food, so that shouldn't be the issue. I don't know if the food is just not being stored close enough to where they're working, or if they're running all over the city, waiting until they become starving and then start to do it, but I guess we'll just have to watch that. And it looks like these finally stopped reaching. Yeah. So those stopped reaching, so we're just relying on this one pump here to provide us for all of our water, which is obviously not ideal, but sometimes that is how life is going to be. But water's not going down too quick, so we should be fine. Alright, and I think I'm going to set all of this real quick just to the highest priority, so that way we can get going on that. And don't want to forget these stairs either. So eventually I'll get this water thing right. Apparently I'm just doing everything wrong, but we're learning. We're learning how to count, which is very difficult, especially when it's, you know, single digit numbers, but we are getting there. Okay, is that built yet? No. It should be done soon. And then I am interested to see, again, how far along this way we're going to be able to build. I really doubt we're going to be able to get closer to this, but I have been surprised before, so I will probably wind up being surprised, and we'll get a lot further than I expect. I am also thinking about it. Gonna go ahead and put a log pile in here. Set that to high priority as well. That way because all of these are full just about, so they can just store some wood right here, because they're gonna need a lot of wood in order to do this. And I want to make sure my hauling post is fully staffed, both of them. Wonderful. So they're going to just move logs around, move it down here, and then our builders can just come pick them up and start building away. Perfect. So we're coming along nicely. And in the last episode when I was talking about the windmills, see right now they are not spinning. So these should be getting power in theory, but there is no wind apparently. So no power, which is fine. I don't necessarily mind that. There are definitely worse things that could be going on to us at the moment. So we're going to mark all of these trees to be destroyed real quick. Okay. What if I just connect a path here and here? And the other thing that putting a path this way will do, it might wind up making it quicker for, you know, say these beavers here to walk back up this way. So it might save them a little bit of time. But it will definitely expand our build area, or at least it should. So we might even wind up being able to put some buildings in here that beavers work in, as opposed to just turning this into windmill. And the windmills are turning the power back on. So right now they're producing 57 power, which is not great. It's only about a third of what we need to power the buildings that we have here, but at least everything is going. And I know in the last one I also made a paper mill. So the paper mill, pretty self-explanatory, it makes paper. But the exciting part about that is it will be able to get us an explosives factory. So this explosives factory, as you may have guessed, will make some explosives. I know, crazy concept. But the dynamite is going to be super useful for terraforming, because we're going to be able to get all of these knocked down like 2 levels, assuming we can't get the damn thing fixed in this episode. But otherwise, we can just knock this down a level or 2 and just get a lot more water efficiency out of it. But at this point I have kind of committed myself to just making this work, and I'm probably going to be too stubborn to just delete all these, put some new ones down, and, you know, go ahead and do it that way. So we're going to fill up our builder's hut here, and then I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll probably put another one down here. That's a hauling post. See, I think I'll just wind up putting another one. Right here might be better, because then if I want to do anything down here, I do have that, because I could always put another one somewhere in this area should I need to. So that's great. And we are working on the storage as well. Once the other stuff I want to get built is built. And we have one little baby beaver. Probably not a baby, it's an adult, but building all of this. And why are we building those first? Weird. I don't know what they're doing in here. Because they should be building these first. Unless they're just delivering planks. Because that could be happening as well. Nope, they're building platforms. Strange. So do I have these set to... Nope, I can't even see those. I don't know. Beavers do strange things, I guess. That's okay. Oop, did I forget a platform? I sure did. No, I didn't. It's just going slow. Okay, yes, so we're going to cut these down. We're going to cut down these trees as well, so let me just mark that. Great. So, and then we're going to build a platform across here. And then we have this. We'll start getting our metal collected. And we have to get a dam here anyway. And the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, assuming I can reach, which I think I should be able to if I go in a straight enough line. I'm going to build at least most of a pathway across here. I might wind up using a levee just because it's going to be cheaper. Well, straight line all the way across here. So that way I can start putting beavers over here. But we'll see, because I will have to deliver planks and stuff. So either way, I'll get a new district set up somewhere around here. and we'll get going on that. But the districts that I keep talking about, you can transfer population from one to the other. So I can transfer 10 adult beavers over to the other one, which would obviously mean 10 less here, so I have to just be careful where they're coming out of, make sure it's nothing super important in terms of jobs. And I don't need to keep them over here. I can move them back and forth, so I don't have to worry about any food or water, especially if I'm just bringing them over here for the sake of putting a dam somewhere in this area. So I can just leave them there for like a day, bring them back to the base, have them get, you know, food and water, and then bring in a new batch and do it that way. Long term, I will plan on obviously having a second little town set up somewhere. But for right now, I'm more worried about the dam, and I just want to get that done quickly. And the quickest way for me to do that is going to be just moving beavers back and forth. As annoying as that may be, as strange as that may sound, just kind of continually relocating beavers, but it's definitely going to be one of the best ways to go. So, and when I was talking earlier about the metal blocks being useful, the explosives factory is one of those things. So it takes 30 metal blocks, which, thinking about it, we're going to need to unlock the shredder in order to do that, to process the scrap metal into metal blocks. So we have a little ways until dynamite, so I guess messing with the dam is probably going to be worth it after all. And with any luck, this one that I'm building over here should hopefully be ready to start going, I hope, so we can start getting some water out of it. Because as my population grows, as I start to expand on this, I am definitely going to get worried about water. Because 1,000 water is not really a whole bunch once you start getting more beavers than what we have. You can see we're just above 500 water, so we've only gone through about half of our water supply, which is great, and that is nice and low, so I'm gonna just pause that, I think, because I don't want to have all these crops dry up if I can avoid it. Again, if it happens, it happens, but I don't want to waste it just for the sake of getting a little extra water when I don't necessarily need it. So we are still going on this, and yeah, that's becoming red, and then I think it can only go a few tiles beyond that, so we might wind up just stopping maybe right around here. But for the time being, I'm going to set it to 3 times speed because we just have a few things we're trying to do, and for the moment, it's just not happening as quick as I want it to. So we're going to set those to a higher priority to make sure that those get chopped down first. And then I'm going to also miss a couple trees, so we'll just do these real quick as well. And again, just set those to a higher priority. I don't necessarily want to do the highest because that's going to take some builders away from some other stuff that I have potentially set to a higher priority, or the highest priority, I should say. But that should be fine. So let's see. Perfect. Yeah, so this makes all of this area something that I can wind up putting a building with beavers that are working in, which is phenomenal. So put a little pathway across just like that. Oops, and a stair. And then we're just going to go ahead and make that a pathway. And I'm going to just put that out in a straight line just because I want to see how far that winds up going with what we have, because I'm not quite sure where the line is where I'm going to need to put a new district in order to make stuff work. But if it takes me a couple districts to get over to where I want to go, just so I can build a pathway with, you know, stairs and a nice little flat walkway for them, that's not a big deal. Because I would like to just set something up here. Or maybe even up here would be smarter because then it won't flood. And just have stairs going down, build a little dam, because I have plenty of wood, so yeah. Because you can transfer resources from one district to another pretty easily. Which once I wind up getting that built, I will explain a bit better. And I'm still not sure why these are getting built. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and set all of this to a lower priority. Hopefully that will stop them from wasting the resources on whatever they are building over here. I think I got all of them. Yeah. Okay. So now all of our resources should be dedicated to the dam. And we're down to 213 water. Luckily, there's only 0.3 days left, so we just have to make it through one more night. And might wake up a little thirsty, but by the time the next day is over, we're going to be great. Because we are going to be back in the positive with water. So we're going to open this back up. Because I want to make sure we're good. This dam is about halfway done, which is fine with me. And again, the water's just going to flow straight over this way, which I am not too concerned about. But long term, I do want to get this dammed up as well. So that's why I just made these top ones into a dam. And how are things going over here? Probably not great because I didn't prioritize anything. There we go. Okay, so drought has ended. Water should be flowing back in. Yes, water is flowing there. And we should be getting some water flow over here as well. And we are currently sitting at about 100 water. And I see that going up a little bit. So that is great. And as this water flows in, again, it will take a little bit. But these will start pumping water as well. And then we're going to get water in super, super quickly. There goes the river. Here's our power. So these are going to be back up to full power and working hard. I am going to leave this explosives factory in, even though I don't have the metal blocks at the moment, because I want to make sure that these are, at least the planks and the gears, whenever those get made, are getting put into here. So that way we're just waiting on the scrap metal whenever we're ready to wind up going with it. Because at the moment, planks and gears are not a super difficult resource for me to make. I know I don't have many stored up, but I could easily slow down progress on just about anything that I'm building that requires planks and or gears in order to make them grow a bit faster. So I think now that the drought is over and we're not really in any danger, I'm going to make a quick cut for you guys. I'm going to wait a little bit for some of this stuff to get built. Over here, I'll just keep on expanding a little bit. And I do want to see how far we can get with this. So I will be back in a second, and I will hopefully come back with at least 1 or 2 dams being built. Unless something else interesting happens. Well, that was fun. We are back. We have most of this dam built, surprisingly. And if I go here, it looks like we can still probably get a little bit more out of it. With my luck, we're going to get to like the last 2 blocks right here, and it's not going to work, which I definitely need to get done because otherwise the water's just going to go straight off the map. Again, kind of defeating the purpose of the dam, but at least it would be 1 taller. However, we're going to try to get all that done. We did also get this dam over here completed, which is lovely. The water flow here is not great, obviously, because most of it is getting blocked up here. And then it's also flowing over in this area. So once we get this dammed up, the water flow over by where our houses are, I guess is the right way to say that. It's going to be a lot higher, which means that dam's going to fill up a lot quicker. And we can use that for water, but we're up to 1,600 water. The increased water storage has definitely helped us out a lot because, wow, they built all those already. So we're just waiting on 1 more. That's great. So I did a couple other things as well. So I built a distribution post. as well as a new district and drop-off point. So the way districts work is you take something from a distribution point, or distribution post rather, and you click this button right here. So add a new route. So you click on that, and then you're going to notice that this little building here turns a nice green color. So any drop-off point you have on your map with any district, you're going to be able to click that, click on the building, and then it brings up the whole list of supplies. So for right now, I just have it doing logs and planks because that's the only things that I really care about, if I'm being completely honest. And otherwise, you could do food, you could do water. You know, if you just wanted to send over a bunch of flour, you could do that as well. Nothing could stop you from that. And your districts have to be separated by a district gate. So you have to just delete a road tile, put down a district gate, and that just lets the game know, hey, this is the end of the district versus the end of this one, so that way it's not trying to figure out where the district winds up ending if all the paths are connected. So I got some stairs set up here, and I'm going to go ahead and just put in paths like that. That's just one high. Great. So that is good. And this can hold 300 of a particular, or of resources. Not 300 of a specific kind of resource. So once I get some workers in here, they're going to start bringing over logs and planks to that. And I did also, I did a lot while I was doing that, but I did also get this finished up so that way we can have some of our beavers starting to live in here. So you can see now we're up to a total of 117 available spaces. Granted, I did close off all of these double lodges, and we already do have these 3 single lodges, which I'm gonna destroy just to get them out of my way. I'll leave the doubles for right now, just in case I do decide I need a bit more population. So that's the 118. We are currently able to hold 90 with what we have built, and we have 8 children, so our population is going to go up a little bit, which is great. And we're still building away on this. Wonderful. And you can see our wood store is down quite a bit from where the episode started, and so is our food, alarmingly enough. Okay. So the food issue honestly looks more of a they can't get to it all in order to pick it issue as opposed to anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'll put down another farmhouse. Give that a high priority. And then I think I'm going to go ahead, just pause these 2 for right now. Oops, I probably shouldn't have done that because now I don't know where they went. Because I want to get this farmhouse going so that way we can start working on harvesting all of this. Because I have you set to harvesting. Okay, yeah, so if I have these 2 set to harvesting and the other 2 just worrying about planting, we should be good. Okay. No beavers in there. I don't know where those 2 inventors wound up. So that's annoying, because I'm going to have to probably move some other stuff around in order to make that work. But we're going to speed it up to 3 times. And it looks like we're continuing construction down here, which is fine with me. Because we can't have all of our beavers just working on the dam. That won't make too much sense. Alrighty, and power is good. Resource-wise, we're doing pretty okay. We got the 1600 water. Just waiting on gears in order to build another, or storage rather, for another 300 more. Which, once we wind up getting this huge, massive reservoir all set, these water tanks are probably about all we're going to need. Because I doubt we're going to be going through more than, 2,000 or so water over the course of a drought. If we're able to just pump continuously with this many water pumps and not make a dent in the size of the reservoir, basically. So, yeah, so all that's good. We are looking good. I do need... Let me pause this real quick. I don't know where my beavers are going when I'm moving them out of jobs. because I don't think I have that many things available. Unless I do. Okay, so there's one at least in there. Okay. Well, not ideal to take that many haulers away, but not such a big deal. I'm going to open that back up, actually, and move one hauler into there. Yes, so that way we can start moving logs and planks into here. And once we get a decent stockpile going of that, I'll move a few beavers over here, have them build a couple things, and we'll begin that cycle. But that's something that unfortunately is probably going to have to get finished in the next episode. We got a good amount of stuff done today, honestly, even though it doesn't necessarily feel like it. And hopefully our food situation winds up getting fixed. Otherwise, we'll have to expand and put some farms maybe over here or something. But we can think on that. So, yeah, this dam is coming along nicely. We're still building, so there's a very, very good chance that this might wind up being able to actually get done just from this one builder's hut here. That's fantastic. That's honestly shocking. I thought the district limit was going to be like here, but I like being surprised when it's like that. So, yeah, with all of that being said, all that being done, thank you guys so much for watching. I definitely appreciate dry season. Perfect timing. I definitely appreciate everybody watching and hanging out. As all of our beavers are coming out of their house, we will end the episode just watching them go over to work. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching. If you like it, consider giving me a like. And if you like my channel, what I'm doing here, if you like a bunch of my videos, I would really appreciate a subscription. Any comments you have, positive, negative, other, leave them down below. I will answer to them all. And have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And always remember to do something kind.